Hey everyone, we're going to take a look at exercise 32 right now, which is the first exercise after theory C. And theory C was the one that said, well, these are all the rules that we know right now, please go and use them. Which means that the exercises are going to be a bit more complicated as well. Because as you can see, this triangle, well, it certainly is a triangle, but there are multiple of them, right? So we have to be careful on how we are going to solve this. So let's take a look. And let's see, my pen is still working correctly. Yes, this. Okay, great. In figure 7.30, PS is perpendicular to QR. You see that's given right here. And they also give you that angle R has been divided by bisector RT. So angle R2 is equal to angle R1. That's also indicated, right? So both should be 38 degrees. Angle Q is 78 degrees. And as I already said, 38 is given right here. And you could say this angle right here is also 90 degrees, right? Calculate angle P1, P2, T2 and U1. One small tip, that doesn't always has to be true, but mostly they will order them in the most logical order to start calculating them. So if they say calculate angle P1, most of the times that means that angle P1 is easier to calculate than angle P2 or angle T2 or angle U1. So you need more steps for angle U1, for example, but some of those steps you already taken to calculate the first three. So let's try that here as well. Remember, there are multiple paths to the answer. So I'm just going to use the one which I see first. And I think that I'm going to use this triangle right here, triangle PQS. So what I sometimes do, I don't have to write this down here right now, is I like it to sometimes write down this, triangle PQS, and then start my explanation underneath. So then I can see in one go, oh, I'm talking about triangle PQS. So what I'm going to calculate, I think I can immediately calculate angle P1. Do you know which rule I'm going to use? I'll give you one small hint. I start with 180 minus 78 minus 90. Which gives us that angle P1 is actually only 12 degrees. Which rule did I use here? I used the angle sum, right? Because all the angles in triangle PQR together must be 180 degrees. Angle sum triangle. So that's the first one. How are we going to calculate angle P2? Okay, I already see one. What I'm going to use right here is, I'm first going to write down that angle R2 equals angle R1 equals 38 degrees. Why? Because of the bisector. Then I'm going to write down, well, that means that angle R12, so those two together should be 38 plus 38, which is going to be 76 degrees. Why do I like this? Well, if I'm now going to take a look at triangle PSR, I can use the angle sum method again. Angle P2 equals 180 minus, remember here I have a 90 degrees angle as well, right? Because of the straight angle. This is 90 degrees, then this must be as well. So minus 90 minus angle R12, which I calculate here, is 76. So angle P2 is actually only 14 degrees. Okay, so the first two are now done. Let's take a look at angle T2, which is the quickest way here. Yeah, there are multiple ways. You can use triangle PTR and then use that angle sum again. You can use triangle TQR and use the angle sum again. I think I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use, because if I do it like this, PTR, then I first calculate T1, and then I have to use the straight angle rule to calculate T2, so it takes an extra step. So in triangle, TQR, and you don't have to write down this every time, but certainly when I'm explaining this, sometimes helps some guys to visualize a bit better what I'm actually doing. Angle T2, sorry, equals 180 minus 78 minus R, let's take a look, R1 or R2, the value is the same, right? But it's going to be minus 38 degrees. Let's calculate this as 102, 100. Am I correct in saying this? I do think so. Yes, I'm correct. So angle T2 is 64 degrees. Okay, so that checks this one. The last one, what I have to do for U1, what's the quickest way? Yeah, if I had to, I'm going to do it this way. Remember, U1 is part, I can do it so many multiple ways. It's so fun. What I wanted to do was say, I know T1 because of the straight angle. So I do 180 minus T2 and then take the angle sum of this one again, of PTU. But I see another one which I could use. I could also calculate U4 by taking the angle sum of PUR and take the straight angle here. Or I could even calculate U3, because I know this one is 90 degrees and this one is 38, and then use the opposite angle rule, right? I think I'm going to use that one. Not because it's better than the rest, but because I haven't used the opposite rule yet. So again, use the one that you see quickest and which doesn't involve too many extra steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say like this. In triangle, oh no, I have to scroll a lot. Let's see. In triangle USR, USR, and now my tablet is doing stupid things again. In angle USR, I can say that angle U3 is 180. Angle U3. Oh, my tablet is acting up again. Sorry guys. I think I'm going to type this part for a moment. So angle U3 up equals 180 minus 90 minus 38, which is going to be, if I'm correct, 52 degrees. And that means that if I'm now going to check here, that means angle U1 equals angle U3. So now I can say angle U3 equals angle U1 equals 52 degrees. So why? I still have to say that right. In this case, because I used opposite angles. And that's not how you write opposites, as you already know. Right, so as I showed you, there are multiple ways to find the answer in the end. Just choose the one that you like best. Maybe check your elaboration sheet, because maybe that one uses a different method. I think this one is perfectly reasonable, and hopefully this helps you a bit more on how you have to solve questions like this.